Welcome to an anime called Attack on Titan. Episode 1. For over a century, humans have been living in settlements surrounded by 350-meter gigantic walls, Wall Maria, Wall Rose, and Wall Sina, which prevent the Titans, giant humanoid creatures who eat humans, from entering. Eren Yeager, of the town called the Shiganshina district, wishes to see the outside world by joining the scout regiment, as he likens living in the cities to livestock. Despite this, his friend Mikasa Ackerman and their mother Carla Yeager are against him joining the scouts. Even after seeing the scouts return home with large casualties, Eren expresses his interest to join, which impresses his father Grisha Yeager, who promises to show him what lies in their basement once he returns. After Eren and Mikasa rescue their friend Armin alert from a group of delinquents, the Colossal Titan, a 60-meter Titan, suddenly appears and knocks down the gate to the Shiganshina district, which lies in the outer edge of Wall Maria, allowing smaller Titans to enter. As the town erupts into mass panic, Eren and Mikasa rush back to their house, only to see Carla pinned under their collapsed house. As a smiling Titan approaches them, Carla begs them to flee, but they refuse until city guard Hannes arrives and assures them that he will defend them. However, as he charges towards the Titan, he is overcome with fear and takes Eren and Mikasa away. Eren watches in horror as a smiling Titan eats Carla. Episode 2. Hannes apologizes to Eren for not saving his mother, admitting he was afraid of the smiling Titan and that both Eren and Mikasa are still weak children. Some of townsfolk of the Shiganshina district escape to the inner Wall Maria, while the soldiers try to hold off the Titans. The soldiers try to close the gate, but the armored Titan rams the gate, breaching the inner Wall Maria, and causing those inside to retreat even further inside Wall Rose. Sometime later, Eren has a strange dream in which his grieving father forcefully gives him an injection and his key before being woken up by Mikasa. Eren grows disgusted with the people of Wall Rose as the latter do not like sharing their food or homes with the refugees. During the next year, as a food shortage becomes apparent, the government orders the refugees to either work on the farms or fight to reclaim Wall Maria. About 250,000 people, 20% of the populace, choose to fight, only to be wiped out by the Titans. Eren vows revenge and joins the army along with Mikasa and Armin. Episode 3. The drill instructor Keith Sades inspects the new recruits of the 104th Cadet Corps and provides a barrage of verbal insults. When he comes across Sasha Brous, who is eating a potato, he punishes her by having her run around the camp until sunset and not giving her any food or drink. Eren develops a rivalry with Jean Kirstein, who desires a safe and easy position in the military police regiment within the inner city walls. The recruits train on an omnidirectional mobility gear apparatus, where they have to balance themselves while suspended on cables. After Eren has trouble balancing, he asks Reiner Braun and Berthold Hoover for help and discover they too are among the few who have personally encountered Titans. The next day, Eren balances on the apparatus but falls, but Keith discovers that Eren's apparatus was defective and passes him after a retry with different equipment. Episode 4. 5 years since Wall Maria fell, Keith evaluates the recruits for their strengths and weaknesses. After training in hand-to-hand combat with Reiner and Annie Leonhardt, Eren learns later that night that Jean and several other recruits hope to join the military police regiment to avoid having to fight Titans. On graduation day, Eren and Mikasa rank among the top 10 of their class. They are eligible to join the military police regiment, but Eren declines and announces that he is joining the scout regiment on the front lines, leading Armin and Mikasa to join him. They are assigned to the Trost district, one of the cities which is at the outer edge of Wall Rose, where they discover other classmates have joined. The Colossal Titan appears and breaches the gate. Once Eren regains his composure, he takes command and orders a counterattack. Episode 5. The Colossal Titan destroys the wall's cannons, but it vanishes into a burst of steam before Eren prepares to attack its weak point. The military police regiment scrambles to evacuate the people of the Trost district and set up defenses before the Titans enter the city. Assigned by Commander Kitz Werman of the Garrison Regiment to different squads, Mikasa helps with the evacuation, while Eren and Armin provide backup at the front lines. With the Titans now in the city, Eren recalls his lessons that in order to kill a Titan, they must strike the nape of its neck. As Eren and Armin's squad attack, their comrades are killed or eaten by the Titans one by one, with Eren himself losing his left leg. Armin, paralyzed with fear upon seeing his comrades' fates, is picked up by a bearded Titan and almost swallowed. Eren, recalling when he and Armin wished to see the world outside the walls, manages to drag and toss Armin out of the bearded Titan's mouth at the last moment. He reaches for Armin with his left arm out of the bearded Titan's mouth, but the bearded Titan closes its jaws, severing Eren's arm and swallowing him. Episode 6. Armin awakens to find himself surrounded by Connie Springer, Krista Lenz, and Immer. As Armin heads back to the rearguard, he blames himself not being strong enough to save Aaron. Meanwhile, an abnormal Titan approaches the city's exit gate, which is crowded by refugees. Once Mikasa kills the abnormal Titan, she threatens a greedy merchant holding cargo to let the refugees pass first. After she is thanked by a mother and daughter, Mikasa has a flashback. In the year 844, a year before the fall of Wall Maria, Mikasa was targeted by 3 slave traders, who murdered her parents in a struggle. After Grisha and Aaron discovered the corpses while making a visit, Aaron secretly tracked down the slave traders to a nearby hut and killed 2 of them in an attempt to save Mikasa. However, the 3rd slave trader appeared and began strangling Aaron. Encouraged by Aaron, Mikasa overcame her fear and gained resolve to kill the 3rd slave trader. After the children are found by the military police regiment, Mikasa was invited to live with Aaron and Grisha. Back in the present, Mikasa slays more Titans and goes to help the other squads evacuate. Episode 7. The surviving squads, unable to reach the inner walls due to their omnidirectional mobility gear being low on gas, lose their fighting spirit as the nearby supply depot is overrun by Titans. Mikasa seems unfazed after learning from Armin that his entire squad perished, including Aaron. She rallies the others to reclaim the supply depot, inspiring them to join her in the attack, but Mikasa ends up running out of gas midair and falls into an alleyway. Jin assumes command, but he loses his nerve when he sees some of his comrades being eaten by Titans. As a blonde Titan approaches Mikasa, she prepares to attack with her remaining broken blade, but a mysterious Titan appears behind her and brutally kills the blonde Titan, much to her confusion. Armin and Connie show up, shocked to witness the mysterious Titan not only fighting other Titans, but also showing knowledge of their weak point and using hand-to-hand combat techniques, while completely ignoring the humans. Armin gives Mikasa his gas tanks and blade so that she can support the others at the supply depot. Mikasa, however, refuses to leave him behind and ponders on the mysterious Titan's strange behavior. Episode 8. With the supply depot swarming with Titans, Armin has the idea of using the mysterious Titan to defeat them. Mikasa and Connie agree with his plan and defeat the Titans attacking it, before rushing to the supply depot. Meanwhile, Jean and the others reach the supply depot despite suffering more casualties on the way, with Armin, Mikasa and Connie arriving soon after. Armin's plan works, but while the mysterious Titan is able to attract the enemies outside, 7 smaller Titans remain in the fuel storage area. With their equipment out of fuel, Armin devises another plan. The survivors draw the Titans' attention to an elevator and shoot them in the eyes to blind them, while 7 of them jump from the ceiling to finish them off. Sasha and Connie fail to kill their targets but are saved by Mikasa and Annie. Having successfully replenished their fuel, the soldiers prepare to retreat. As they see the mysterious Titan defeating all of the other Titans before collapsing, they are shocked to watch Aaron emerge from its body. Mikasa reaches Aaron and cries upon confirming that he is alive, while Armin notices that Aaron's severed leg and arm have somehow regenerated as well. Episode 9. Captain Levi of the Scout Regiment and his squad successfully retake a town from the Titans until they are called to an emergency at the Tros district as the Titans have invaded the city. When Aaron was eaten and swallowed by the bearded Titan, he found himself in its stomach along with the bodies of its victims. His rage at the Titans caused him to burst out of the bearded Titan's stomach by transforming himself into the mysterious Titan and going on a rampage against them. Although Aaron's comrades saw him emerge from the mysterious Titan, they all agreed to keep it a secret and bring him back inside Wall Rose. However, Kits also witnessed this and has his men aim their weapons at Aaron. Armin and Mikasa try to defend Aaron, but to no avail. As Kits fearfully orders the cannons to fire on the 3 of them, Aaron recalls hazy memories of his father giving him an injection, telling him to reclaim Wall Maria and go to their home's basement with his key. In order to protect Mikasa and Armin from the cannons, Aaron partially transforms himself into a Titan, sheltering them inside his ribs. Episode 10. Aaron climbs out of the partially transformed Titan, telling Mikasa and Armin about the basement in his former house. He believes that it holds the secret to mankind's preservation and the key to destroying the Titans. Kits once again orders the cannon to be loaded out of fear. Aaron comes up with 2 plans of escape. The first is for Aaron to retreat as a Titan and criminalize himself in the eyes of humanity, and the second is to have Armin convince Kits that Aaron is an asset rather than a danger. Armin comes to the conclusion that he can still defend his friends despite his cowardice, deciding to try and talk their way out of being executed. Armin tentatively convinces Kits, only to have him be overcome by fear and give the order to fire once more. The order is halted when Commander Pixis and his men intervene, sparing their lives. In return, Pixis asks Eren if he will transform himself to block the gap in wall rows to prevent more Titans from getting in. Eren agrees, regardless of whether or not he will be able to control himself as a Titan. Episode 11. As Armin helps Pixis' subordinates coordinate a plan, morale among the troops begin to drop, as some want to desert and be with their families. Pixis silences everyone by reminding them that if they abandon this chance to finally win against the Titans, they will be subjecting their families to their terror, which convinces the troops to stay. Claiming that Eren is the result of a secret project to turn humans into Titans, Pixis plans to have most of the troops gather at a far corner of the Trost district to lure most of the Titans away while Eren as a Titan carries the giant boulder to seal the hole. Along with Mikasa, Eren will be guarded during the mission by three of the best elites of the garrison, them being Ian Dietrich, Rico Britsinska, and Mitabai Jarnich. As they approach the giant boulder, Rico, who is doubtful of the mission's success and does not completely trust Eren, reminds him that many lives are at stake. Finally reaching the boulder, Eren transforms himself into a Titan, only to suddenly attack Mikasa. Episode 12. Mikasa tries to reason with Eren while he is a Titan, but to no avail. Eren continues his attack and accidentally incapacitates himself, slumping to the ground. The squad protecting Eren sends up a red flare to signal that the plan has failed, much to the dismay of the troops observing from the wall. As Armin heads toward Eren to investigate, the elite squadron argues and eventually agrees to protect Eren instead of abandoning him, still recognizing him as a valuable military asset. During the operation, Jean is separated from Connie and Annie after his omnidirectional mobility gear malfunctions, forcing him to hide from two Titans in a building. Armin reaches the unconscious Eren, but Mikasa calls to him, warning that he is in a dangerous state. Armin plunges his sword into Eren's left arm, which briefly awakens him. As Armin speaks to him of the outside world and reminds him of his promise to kill all the Titans, Eren leaves his dreamlike state and regains control. Episode 13. Jean manages to acquire another set of omnidirectional mobility gear from a dead soldier and escapes, thanks to Annie, Connie and Marco Bot distracting the Titans. With Eren as a Titan carrying the boulder towards the gate, Ian orders everyone to protect Eren from the Titans at all costs. Eren finally blocks the open gate with the boulder, and Rico fires a yellow flare to signal that the operation was a success. As Armin tries to pull Eren from his Titan body, they are cornered by two Titans, but Levi saves them in the nick of time. All Titans remaining in the Trost districts are eliminated except two, which are captured for research. Jean, Sasha and Annie all mourn the deaths of their fellow comrades among several casualties. Meanwhile, Eren is chained in a cell guarded by the military police regiment, where he is visited by Levi and Commander Erwin Smith of the Scout Regiment. After listening to his story and reasons for wanting the Titans dead, Levi allows Eren to join his squad under his command, though Eren is warned that Levi would personally kill him if he ever betrays the squad or loses control again. Episode 14. The populace is divided over whether Eren is their savior or their end. Eren is brought to a military tribunal to be judged by Commander-in-Chief Dali Zachary, who will decide whether Eren should be given to the military police regiment or the Scout Regiment, both of whom have their own reasons for wanting him. The military police regiment wants Eren killed as he is seen by them as a menace, while the Scout Regiment wants to use him to retake Wall Maria. Becoming furious upon hearing from a merchant that Mikasa is accused of being a Titan as well, Eren calls out the military police regiment and their supporters for their cowardice. Levi brutally beats down Eren in retaliation, but Eren does not transform into a Titan. Levi uses this to show to the court that the Scout Regiment can control Eren, and proposes that Eren is to be made part of his squad. In the end, Zachary gives Eren to the Scout Regiment, where Erwin and Hanja Zoe welcome him. As Eren is getting treatment for his wounds, they discover that he grew back a tooth knocked out after being beaten down by Levi. Episode 15. Levi and his Special Operations Squad, composed of El Jin, Orul Bozad, Petra Rawl, and Gunder Schultz, bring Eren to the old Scout Regiment headquarters, where Eren will learn to control his Titan powers under their watch. As Levi orders the castle to be cleaned, Petra assures Eren that Levi does care about the people under his command despite his rude and harsh demeanor. Meanwhile, Erwin and Mishi Zacharias discuss the new recruits joining the Scout Regiment and how they must prove Eren's usefulness to military command within a month. Hanja asks Eren to help her in her experiments with the two Titans they have captured, which she names Sonny and Bean. She has an obsession with Titans where she treats them like people despite the many times she puts herself in danger. It is revealed that the Titans need sunlight to survive and their bodies are disproportionately light despite their size. The next day, the Scout Regiment discover that Sonny and Bean have been killed. As Hanja mourns for them, the Scout Regiment deduce that the culprit is a soldier who escaped using their omnidirectional mobility gear, which makes Aaron wonder who their true enemy is. Episode 16. As the recruits are investigated over Sonny and Bean's deaths, Annie, who will be joining the military police regiment later, gives advice to Armin and Connie that it is their choice to decide on which military division they should join. The 104th Cadets are later greeted by Erwin at the decision ceremony, where he tells them that the goal of the Scout Regiment's expedition in the following month is to reclaim the Shiganshina district and find the secret hidden in the basement of Aaron's home. After telling the recruits of the Scout Regiment's high mortality rate during each expedition, Erwin tells the recruits that they may stay and join them or leave to join the other branches. Most recruits leave, but Jean joins the Scout Regiment in honor of Marco, with others joining him as well, including Mikasa, Armin, Reiner, Berthold, Connie, Sasha, Krista, and Immer, despite their fears. As the Scout Regiment prepare themselves for the expedition, Aaron is reunited with his friends and learns what happened to the others. Jean questions whether Aaron can truly control his Titan powers, as they are risking their lives for him. With everything ready, the Scout Regiment begin their 57th expedition beyond the walls. Episode 17. As the 57th expedition gets underway, the Scout Regiment assemble into their long-range scouting formation, wherein the scouts spread out around the main wagon train and report by flare gun if Titans are nearby, so the group can alter course to avoid conflict with them if possible. After Armin's squad manages to kill an abnormal Titan, a female Titan suddenly appears from the right flank at high speed. Much to Armin's shock, the female Titan's body withstands their blades and is intelligent enough to kill his seniors easily. The female Titan captures Armin, but after removing his hood and seeing his face, she leaves him alive and continues running. Armin is picked up by Reiner and Jean, who reveals that their right flank was wiped out by the Titans. Armin then realizes that the female Titan is possibly another intelligent Titan like Aaron. When the three of them give conflicting locations for where Aaron is in the formation, they realize the female Titan's target is Aaron and that they must stop her. Avoiding their failed attempts to attack, she leaves them and heads towards the center group. Episode 18. Armin, Reiner and Jean are left stranded after their encounter with the female Titan. They are left with only one horse, but they are soon saved by Krista, who arrives with extra horses. They wait for the order to withdraw, but to their surprise, they discover that the operation is continuing, albeit heading in a different direction. Meanwhile, news reaches the center group about the annihilation of their right flank by the female Titan as she continues to wreak havoc within the formation. The whole formation soon reaches the forest of giant trees, with only the center row entering, while the rest defend the forest from Titans. Aaron realizes something is wrong when his squad has no idea what Erwin's orders are and what Levi is doing. As the female Titan chases at their heels, the squad desperately await Levi's command to attack, but Levi instead tells his squad to cover their ears as he fires his flare gun. Episode 19. Levi fires a noise round and tells the squad to keep moving forward. With more of the rear guard being killed by the female Titan, Aaron begs his squad to let him fight, but they tell him to trust Levi's decision. Aaron recalls when he was unable to transform into a Titan for experimental purposes in front of Hanja, Levi and his squad. During a break when he tried to pick up a teaspoon, Aaron suddenly partially transformed, leading Hanja to deduce that Aaron is able to transform into a Titan not by solely injuring himself but also due to his desire to fulfill his goals. The squad apologized to Aaron and told him they should trust each other. Remembering this, Aaron decides to trust his squad's plan. It is then revealed that Levi's squad is bait to lure the female Titan into an ambush, where Erwin and his men fire hundreds of grappling hooks to trap the female Titan. Levi leaves his squad to meet up with Erwin to determine the identity of the female Titan. Episode 20. With the female Titan restrained, Erwin and Levi try to ascertain her identity with no success, as she is able to crystallize her skin to prevent them from cutting out the human inside. Armin, Jean and the rest of Levi's squad realize it was Erwin's plan to use Aaron as bait to draw out the mole within the army who joined them after the walls fell, and only revealed his plan to those who were part of the Scout Regiment before the fall. Meanwhile, the others wonder what is happening inside the forest. Levi taunts the female Titan, prompting her to give a loud scream that draws all Titans in the vicinity towards her. Despite the Scout Regiment's attempt to stop them, the Titans ignore the humans and eat the female Titan's body in a frenzy, which makes Erwin call off the expedition. However, with no confirmation that the mole has also been eaten by the Titans, Erwin orders Levi to regroup with his squad. Meanwhile, the mole, disguised as a cloaked Scout Regiment member, attacks Levi's squad and kills Gundar. Episode 21. Erwin tells Hanja that it was a mistake to think all intelligent Titans are like Aaron, since the female Titan has unique abilities far beyond that of a novice. Elsewhere, the mole transforms into the female Titan and chases after Levi's squad. Armin theorizes that the mole is someone who had seen Eren transform during the invasion of the Tros district. Eren wants to transform into a Titan, but the squad tells him to trust in their skills and keep moving forward. Eld, Oruo and Petra manage to blind the female Titan and attempt to cut off her arms. However, the female Titan quickly regenerates her right eye and kills the three. Seeing his comrades dead, a grieving Eren transforms into a Titan. Believing his comrades and squad's death could have been avoided if he had transformed in the first place, Eren fights the female Titan in a long battle. The female Titan finally defeats Eren by taking off his head and swallowing his human body. Mikasa attempts to stop the female Titan, but to no avail. She is later joined by Levi, who tells her to keep their distance, as the female Titan is getting tired. Episode 22. While Mikasa distracts the female Titan in order to get Eren back, Levi debilitates the female Titan at high speeds, but Levi injures his leg when saving Mikasa from leaving herself vulnerable. Mikasa then goes with Levi, who retrieves Eren from inside the mouth of the female Titan, leaving it badly wounded and slumped against a tree. The scout regiment retrieves the corpses of their fallen comrades, with Erwin ordering that the lost corpses be reported missing in action. On their way back into town, the scouts are chased by two Titans, one of which is killed by Mikasa. They outrun the other Titan after Levi reluctantly orders to dispose some of the corpses in order to lighten the wagon's load. Later, Eren wakes up from a dream of his past and finds himself and the scout regiment back at town safely behind Walsina. The townspeople not only berate the scout regiment's ineptitude, but also become enraged and upset at Erwin over the failure of the mission and the casualties that were sustained. But two kids watch the soldier with awe, commending them for their persistence. As a result of the failed expedition, Erwin and his subordinates are summoned to the capital, where the final decision of Eren's custody will be made. Episode 23. Annie has a dream of being trained by her father before waking up. In the Stohes district, the military police regiment are ordered to escort the scout regiment convoy once they enter the capital. Annie's colleagues Hitch Drays and Marlowe Sand, also known as Marlowe Freudenberg, joined the military police regiment for opposite reasons, one for its current corruption and the other its possible reformation. After the convoy has entered the Stohes district, Annie is secretly called by Armin in the alleyways. Armin begs for her help, as he is helping Eren escape the capital, and the one riding in the convoy is actually Jean in disguise. Although declining at first, she finally agrees when Armin believes that she is a good person. Armin leads Eren, Mikasa and Annie to a tunnel, but Annie refuses to enter. Armin finally reveals his suspicion that Annie is the female Titan, noting that she used Marco's omnidirectional mobility gear to kill Sonny and Bean and that the female Titan did not kill him during the 57th expedition. After Eren and Armin beg Annie to prove them wrong by following them, she laughs and soon transforms using the spike in her ring. Episode 24. A few days before Eren is escorted to the capital, Erwin and Armin told him about a plan to capture Annie, the person shockingly believed to be the female Titan. Back in the present, Eren, Mikasa and Armin manage to escape a tunnel collapse while being hunted by Annie as the female Titan. Eren tries to transform but is unable to, and Mikasa suspects that his feelings for Annie are preventing him to do so. When Eren is trapped in another tunnel collapse, Mikasa and Armin distract Annie away from Eren. Meanwhile, Commander Niall Dock of the military police regiment demands an explanation from Erwin on what is happening as his men hold him at gunpoint. Mikasa and the rest of the scout regiment distract and try to capture Annie, while Armin and Jean attempt to free Eren from the rubble. Armin tells Eren that he has to fight Annie as anyone who refuses to sacrifice can never change anything. As Eren thinks about what Armin said, he remembers his hatred for the smiling Titan who killed his mother. Eren finally transforms into a Titan and charges at Annie, punching her into a cathedral and stampeding towards her in rage. Episode 25. Inside the cathedral, a group of worshippers are crushed to their deaths, leaving the surviving priest awestruck. Eren and Annie fight each other in their Titan forms throughout the Stohes district, causing destruction and civilian deaths. Erwin, who accepts responsibility for the damage his plan has caused, is arrested by Niall, who orders the military police regiment to help evacuate the civilians. After exchanging several blows, Annie is overpowered by Eren and attempts to escape by climbing up Walsina, but Mikasa cuts off Annie's fingers and sends her falling. Eren prepares to eat Annie but Levi stops him as Annie must be captured alive for interrogation. Annie is seen crying and her body starts encasing itself in crystal before she recuperates in human form. Erwin attends a government inquiry to clear his name, explaining that he kept his plans secret to prevent leaks, despite the casualties during his plans. His new plan is to find intelligent Titans and use them to launch a counterattack against the Titans. Eren stays with the Scout Regiment, and Annie, who is comatose inside the crystal, is put under the custody of the Scout Regiment. In the epilogue, a piece of wall scene crumbles, revealing the face of a Titan within the wall. That is the Season 1 recap of Attack on Titan. Stay tuned for the Season 2 recap.